Should I press
Yeah. Let's do this.
Do you need sound?
No, I don't need sound. I'm Jakob, as you pointed out. And first off, I would seriously like to thank Gustavo so much for taking this initiative, because I believe this is something I've missed, and I think this is great. So, I'm going to talk a bit to you about space and different mysteries and theories surrounding it. Because space is something I've always been extremely interested in, for as long as I can remember, my whole life. It's always fascinated me a lot. And I would like to share this fascination a bit with all of you. So let's begin. So, mankind has been fascinated by space for over like hundreds of years. And 25 years ago, we took a great leap into discovering more about this huge mystery when we launched the Hubble telescope. This telescope has answered a lot of questions for us, but it has also raised a lot of new ones. I will now show a visual, very fast-forwarded, about the size of the universe as we know it today. And this is a lot thanks to the Hubble telescope, as previously mentioned. I just realized how small we actually are. That's Milky Way. Like all these dots here are galaxies. Every single dot's are galaxies, and they're so big. And this is a picture of the universe as we know it. And this is a microscopical picture of a brain cell. Whoa. Now you can actually tell there's quite a few similarities here. So maybe we live in a giant brain, or we have an entire universe. Oh my God! But anyway, that's sidetracking. I want to talk about space. So, most people here knows about the Big Bang, right? It's basically what started the universe, and this is still considered a theory, but by many it's now more a fact. It's basically the origin of us. So, what happened when the Big Bang happened? It was this incredibly dense object, the size of a pea, that exploded to bigger the size than a galaxy in less than a second. It's so hard to understand the immense power of this explosion. And we're still feeling this power today, and you cannot even comprehend it. And we're still feeling this power today, constantly, right now, sitting in this room. And it's the universe that's still expanding faster than the speed of light. And it's happening, and it will go on for another billion years. No one really knows how long. But there is one power that is constantly trying to fight this explosion. Can anyone guess what it is? Gravity. Gravity! Yes! It's fucking gravity! So gravity is the one power great enough to constantly try to undermine this explosion and try to put everything back together again, like you can see in this awesome image. So, the question is then, what will happen once we reach a point in the universe where the expansion stops and everything starts to go in reverse? And what about when we're starting to go in reverse? But first off, I have this one theory I like most, and that's about what will happen to time when the universe starts to reverse. Maybe time will go on, because you know, time is relative and is based on movement and velocity and gravity. But maybe time will reverse once the universe starts to reverse. If time reverses, then everything that happened up until the point of where the expansion starts to contract again will happen in reverse. Our whole lives will rewind. Rather, the human existence will rewind. Dinosaurs will rewind. The whole fucking universe will go back to the beginning. And every banana as well. So, when everything goes back to this one point, to this one incredibly dense point, constantly, imagine every single matter in the entire universe in this one little point, imploding, too heavy for its own weight, constantly imploding and imploding and imploding, and eventually it will explode. What happens then? Yeah, we have a new beginning, we have a new universe. But this will happen so many times, and this is an iterating process. So who knows how many universes that might have existed? What version do we live in? And that's happened so many times. And what does those other universes look like? What do they look the same? Why should the expansion, why should the explosion happen the same way every time? Imagine, this is a completely new theory of, the parallel universe, only that they're not happening at the same time, they're happening after each other. So in one universe, I'm Batman. Or rather, I'm not just Batman, I'm every single person on Earth being Batman. I'm 6 billion Batman on an identical Earth. I don't know how we would reproduce, but who knows? If it's possible, it will happen. That's the point. Yeah. So this theory, it's not new, but it's not very recognized, but it's not new. It's, if you look at the Hindu creation theory, it's stated that every contraction and expansion of the universe is the breath of Brahman, or God. Every exhale and inhale. So yeah, this theory has existed for hundreds of years. But what I would like to leave you with is these thoughts. When the universe starts to retract again, what will happen? Will time reverse? Will everything go on as normal? Will we not notice it? Because, as I said, time is relative. We don't notice this. We still live on our complete life, our day, because we're still in the movement. We don't see it. We don't feel it. But it's there. And also, if this creates a new version of multiverse theories, what does those look like? What does all the other universes look like? And remember, if something is infinite, then everything that can happen will happen.